Now on BBC One in London and the South East, late kick-off with Jackie Oatley.
Hello and welcome. And coming up on tonight's show, it's Seagulls versus Eagles. Can Brighton or Palace take flight to the Premier League? It's the return of Your Place or Mine as we send 3 fans east to the Orient.
Feels like a typical start to an English day at the football. Horrible weather, all set. So, yeah, really looking forward to it.
The screamers and the tap-ins. We've got all the goals from the weekend. And we'll take a quantum leap back to a match that time forgot.
Oh boy.
All that coming up. And joining us in the studio tonight is a man from whom we never quite know what to expect.
I ain't got no points to prove to anybody. I don't live my life like that. All I asked them for is that you couldn't sort me out of a car because my car's not very good and it's knackered. This place could be flying, buzzing, and then we'd be ready for the big bees sting right at the end. That change of formation that changed the game. You could say you must be absolutely barking mad. You could say that.
Yes, joining Mark Bright and myself is Martin Allen, the manager of Gillingham, who are flying high at the top of League Two, and a good point for you away at Morecambe at the weekend.
Yeah, very good point. Morecambe haven't lost at home now for 5.5 months, so young Bradley Dax stole a goal and we nearly pinched a win, but overall, a good point at this stage of the season for sure. OK,
and we'll be reflecting far more on that a little bit later on. But first of all, though, to today's action on the South Coast, where 2 of our clubs have set their sights on the Premier League.
These 2 clubs are separated by a fierce rivalry, but unified by more than just the A23. A grudge match which dates back to the 70s, when old rivals occupied opposing dugouts. There have been some feisty encounters and many bumps along the way.
Crystal Palace Football Club has gone into administration.
Well, at noon tomorrow, Brighton Football Club becomes homeless.
Now, though, they're both challenging for the big time again. But will it be Ollie's Eagles or Gus's Seagulls for the 3 points today? Jamie Reid is your commentator.
And the rain continuing to fall. That's a free kick going the way of Palace, and Wilfried Zaha isn't happy here with Brigka. Here's Balassi with this free kick, floats it in towards the back post. Header goes in, great save from the goalkeeper. It was a Brighton player who had a header. I think it was Matt Upson, and it was a good save on the line from Thomas Kuszczak. Zaha, we've not seen too much of him, but he's running towards the edge of the 18-yard box, slots it forward, big chance towards the edge of the 18-yard box, and breaking into space was the left-back Jonathan Parr, needed to do better. Buckley 1v1 up against Parr. He floats the ball in towards the far side once more, and there is the opening goal. It might have taken a deflection, but I think it's Ulloa, the man who scored the goal. Brighton 1, Crystal Palace 0. The ball comes out towards Buckley again on this right-hand side. He's cut in field. Oh, block challenge goes in. That's going to be a free kick. He's being caught there by KG Dekachoy, and this is going to be a yellow card at the very least.
Yeah, and that was a foul.
5 players in the Crystal Palace wall. It might be Lopez. He does chip. It's hit the goal. There's the second goal. Lopez has scored an absolute beauty. That's a fine free kick from the central midfielder. I think they were expecting Orlandi to take it. I certainly was. Lopez making no mistake, though. It's hit the underside of the bar, and Brighton have doubled their lead on the stroke of half-time. And here's Ulloa. It was headed back across goal, and making no mistake is Ulloa. He's now got goals 7 and 8 of the season. Here's KG Dekachoy. Off it goes in. It was Moritz who had the shot from 35 yards. Left-footed drive over the top. Kuszczak, I think, probably had it covered, but it was a decent effort and signs of his intention that he is happy to shoot on sight and try and work the keeper. Zaha goes infield, and it's been given away, and here's Ulloa. He's not got blistering pace, but he's away from the defence. He's got to shoot, does shoot, good save. Second ball lands to Buckley, another great save. Super double block there from the goalkeeper. Julian Speroni had to dive away to his right and then make a fine block.
Today, they took us on and they beat us on their ground, and you know, I'm not too big to admit that is how it happened, and that's well done to them. So you know, they took their opportunities and we didn't take ours.
Well, I think that the way that we were organised, we planned the game, we knew the danger, we knew what would happen if we were ahead, we knew that Yanni would throw as many players as possible forward, where were the spaces. We analysed the game, but then, as you can imagine, it's always to the players to realise on the pitch, and I think they were fantastic today.
I felt at half-time they were, you know, probably didn't deserve that, but we had to come out fighting. Unfortunately, we came out with a big puff of wind, and rather than anything that dented them. So, you know, well done to them. Let's get on with the next game, really.
And this is how that result leaves the Championship looking. Great weekend for Brighton overall. Just behind them, Bolton, Middlesbrough and Leeds all lost yesterday, as did Leicester just above them. So Brighton move level on points with Leicester in 6th place. And it also means that Palace miss out on the chance to go second. Well, Mark Bright, you were there today. You've been in a filthy mood ever since you've been back here.
That's not right to say that, Jackie.
It's 100% true, though.
No.
But your impartial assessment on what happened?
Full credit to Brighton. Played ever so well. If they score first, they don't lose. If they go behind, they don't win. So the Jonathan Paul miss was really crucial at that stage at 0-0. And they just went on to really, you know, it was an easy win in the end. I haven't said that since Bristol City away at the start of the season. I haven't seen Palace play so badly. But that's full credit. I mean, fantastic goal from Lopez, and it just draws them level now in the playoff positions, and it just makes it more intriguing for our clubs in the playoff positions.
Well, Martin, Ian Holloway said after the match that none of his players turned up, basically. Have you ever experienced that in all your years in football, where one side has failed to play in such a big local derby?
Well, I think the one that would spring to mind was 1985-86 when I played for Queen's Park Rangers. We played Chelsea. I think it was on Easter, Bank Holiday Monday, and we beat them 6-0. And I don't think they turned up. That was on the AstroTurf, if you remember. Peter Barota, they all came as the Chelsea Football Club the day before to train on the Astro, but the goalkeeper wouldn't train on it because he didn't like it. And we kind of knew we would win the day before. They just never turned up.
It's funny how you give an example of the opposition not showing up rather than the team that you were playing for or managed. Nicely done there, Martin.
Never do that. Never do that.
That never happens.
Good memory as well.